Once upon a time, in the heart of Clover Meadow lived Benny, a lively little bunny with fur as soft as a cloud. Benny loved hopping about, chasing butterflies, and nibbling on sweet clovers. But Benny had one flaw: he didn't like asking for help. "I can do everything by myself," he'd say proudly, even when things got tricky. One fine morning, Benny hopped over to a group of animals gathered near Grandpa Tortoise. The wise tortoise was sharing one of his legendary tales. "Deep in the whispering woods," Grandpa Tortoise began, "lies the hidden garden of friendship. It is a place of wonder, where glowing fruits and magical flowers grow, but only those who understand the true meaning of friendship can find it." Benny's ears perked up. A hidden garden? Magical fruits? He decided then and there, "I'll find the hidden garden and prove I'm brave enough to do it alone." Benny wasted no time. He packed a small satchel with carrots and a bottle of water, then hopped toward Whispering Woods. The trees stood tall, their leaves whispering secrets. Benny's heart raced with excitement as he ventured deeper into the woods. The path was winding, and soon Benny reached a fork in the road. Two trails stretched before him, one wide and clear, the other narrow and overgrown with vines. The hidden garden must be down the harder path, Benny decided, hopping toward the narrow trail. After some time, Benny reached a river. The water gushed loudly, and the stones looked slick with moss. Benny's nose twitched nervously. "I can hop across," he said to himself, puffing out his chest. But as he leapt onto the first stone, his paw slipped. "Whoa!" Benny yelped, flailing his arms to keep balance. Just then, Sarah the squirrel scampered down from a nearby tree. "Benny, you look like you could use some help," she said, holding out a sturdy branch. Benny hesitated, but finally nodded. With Sarah's help, he balanced across the stones and made it safely to the other side. "Thanks, Sarah," he mumbled. "Maybe I do need a little help sometimes." He trail-led Benny to a tunnel carved into a hillside. The entrance was shadowy, and Benny couldn't see the other end. "I'm brave enough to go through," Benny whispered, though his paws trembled. He hopped into the darkness, but halfway through he tripped on a rock and tumbled. "Ouch!" Benny cried, rubbing his paw. Suddenly, a soft digging sound echoed through the tunnel. Molly the mole emerged, her tiny paws covered in dirt. "This tunnel can be tricky," Molly said. "I'll guide you through." With Molly's sharp sense of direction, they navigated the tunnel easily. When they reached the other side, Benny smiled. "Thanks, Molly. I guess it's okay to accept help now and then." As Benny continued his journey, the trees began to thin. He noticed a soft light shimmering in the distance. His heart raced as he hopped closer, and there it was, the hidden garden of friendship. The garden sparkled with golden fruits, vibrant flowers, and fountains that shimmered like liquid starlight. Benny stood in awe. "I found it," he whispered. Benny stepped into the garden, and a gentle voice filled the air. "Welcome, Benny," it said. "This garden only reveals itself to those who understand the power of friendship and kindness." Benny thought of Sarah helping him across the river, and Molly guiding him through the tunnel. His ears drooped. "I wouldn't have made it here without my friends," he admitted. The garden seemed to glow even brighter, and the voice spoke again. "You have learned an important lesson, Benny. True bravery is not about doing everything alone, but knowing when to accept help." Benny carefully picked some of the glowing fruits and colorful flowers. "I'll share these with everyone," he decided. When he returned to Clover Meadow, the animals gathered around, curious about his adventure. Benny told them everything, about the river, the tunnel, and how his friends had helped him. "These magical fruits are for all of you," Benny said, "because without you, I wouldn't have found the garden." The animals cheered and thanked Benny, their hearts filled with warmth and joy. From that day on, Benny became a different bunny. He no longer tried to do everything alone. Instead, he embraced the spirit of teamwork and kindness. Whether it was helping Sarah gather acorns or joining Molly on her digging adventures, Benny was always there for his friends, and they were there for him. And so, dear children, remember this: true strength lies in friendship and kindness. Like Benny, when we help each other, we create our own magical gardens where happiness and love can grow.